Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's the deal, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's own Jen. She's facing some legal controversy right now, okay? And the story first broke out on the Jasmine brand, because this is what this article is from, the Jasmine brand, on March the 31st. Of course, I'm late on reporting on the story. They have two updates. They have the original story and the new story, okay? So I'm going to start off with the original story, and then we're going to move on into the newest story, okay? So let's start with the original. A popular Bravo reality star is facing some serious legal controversy. According to federal prosecutors, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Shah is facing federal charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering in connection with the purported long-running telemarketing scheme. Reportedly, Jennifer Shah was arrested Tuesday on March 30th in Salt Lake City on the indictment out of Manhattan Federal Court. Stuart Smith, who is said to be her assistant, appeared with Shah on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, who was also indicted in the alleged scheme. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss said in a statement, Jennifer Shah, who portrays herself as a wealthy and successful business person on reality television, and Stuart Smith, who is portrayed as Shah's first assistant, allegedly generated and sold lead lists of innocent individuals for other members of their scheme to repeatedly scam. In actual reality, and as alleged, the so-called business opportunities pushed on the victims by Shah, Smith, and their co-conspirators were just fraudulent schemes motivated by greed to steal victims' money. That's the original story. Now let's get into the updated story. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Jen Shah, I do not know if I'm pronouncing that name right at all, says that this journey has shown me who my true friends are, as she pleads not guilty to fraud. On April 30th, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's own Jen Shah has entered a not guilty plea to fraud charges. The reality star is accused of stealing from hundreds of victims in a telemarketing scheme. A New York City federal judge gave her stricter bail conditions once a prosecutor alluded to her hiding profits from her alleged scheme. She was also said to be a flight risk. Federal agents seized debit cards from her home that were connected to the account of a shell company. Assistant U.S. Attorney Kirsten Fletcher pointed out during the hearing, she added, Jen Shah has not demonstrated a willingness to disclose her assets. The reality star is still out on a $1 million bail that was secured with $250,000 in cash or property. Two additional people co-signed on it. She and her assistant Stuart Smith are also not allowed to speak with one another, leave Utah, or take part in any telemarketing. Smith pleaded not guilty as well. She's also taken to her Instagram to repost messages from fans that read, "Free Jen Shah. Thank you for being loyal and believing in me and not believing the hype. The journey has shown me who my true friends are." Now, that was the article from the Jasmine brand in regards to Jennifer Shah from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, here is what I have to say on this matter. Now, y'all know I only watched the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for a good 10 minutes. Y'all know I probably did a review on that show for about the first 3-4 episodes, and I checked the hell out because I just wasn't feeling it. They were boring as hell, and Jen I thought I would like her at the beginning, but she just wasn't doing that much for me. Mary was weird. Lisa was very pretentious. I just didn't like this crop of women. So and plus this whole Mormon thing was very much disturbing to me because they just came across like glorified racists to me, and I just wasn't with it. So I just wasn't feeling this group of girls at all. However, when it comes down to Jennifer Shah, I'm not surprised that she's going through this shit. I mean, she's very crazy, and she seems to me like she'll take a part in some fraud type of stuff. I mean, I just don't put it past anybody, like especially somebody like her. And my thing about it is, if you know that you're running schemes, why bring your ass to reality television knowing that your tea can get exposed at any given moment? How can you not realize that? How can you be so dumb? It's like, soon as people get on reality TV, they get busted. It's stupid. If you know you're doing something illegal, why go on reality TV? That's ridiculous. It's kind of like how Mendici, like, soon as he got on Love and Hip Hop, he got arrested for drug trafficking and all this other shit that was going on with him. He got straight up got arrested as soon as he got on Love and Hip Hop. It's like, if you're doing some illegal shit, why be on reality? Like, why would you be on reality TV? If you know you're doing illegal shit and you trying to get away with it, being on reality TV is not the way to go, because you don't know who reporting shit. You don't know if people are out to get you. You don't know who's giving out all your tea. Like, it's not smart to be on reality TV when you're doing something illegal. Like, don't you know that? Like, I don't see how people don't see that. And this is wire fraud. If she goes down, she could do mad years for that. Ain't that what Sheree Whitfield's prison babe went to jail for? Wire fraud? Like, I don't even, like, these damn white collar crimes that I just don't understand at all. Like, wire fraud? Like, who does that type of stuff? Like, it's crazy to me. And it's, but she's crazy. So there's really nothing to really be said at this point, because her ass is crazy. Like, for real, for real. So I'm just, and now she's talking about she knows who her real friends are. I know as of now, they're filming the second season to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now. So all this stuff might be playing out on this second season. So this might be the season that I'll watch and review all the way through, because all this stuff going on with Jen, I want to see this unfold with my own two eyes, honey. That's all I'm saying about that. You know what I mean? But I wonder what's been going on for her to say she's now knows who her true friends are, because, girl, like, either they knew that you was frauding out and they just don't want no parts of it, or you presented yourself to be somebody else and they're probably disappointed because you're not who you presented yourself to be. Because I'm not going to lie to you, as I said early on in this video, I did like you when you first came on the show. I thought that you were fabulous. I thought that you were just a businesswoman. You were very rich with a black husband who's fine as hell to me. And I just thought that you were good to watch. And I just thought that, okay, the Housewives is going for some real rich housewives. And I thought that she was one of those real rich housewives. But turns out you're into fraud. You into some fugazi illegal shit. The same way that Teresa Giudice from the Housewives of New Jersey was also into some illegal ass shit. So I'm not surprised. Like, these, like I say, if you doing some illegal stuff and you got a dark past and you got some shit going on that you don't want nobody to know about, then being on these reality shows is not the best way to be. It's not a good look for you, because you're gonna get exposed. Either way, like, have y'all not seen this shit before? People expose your ass. You really think you're not gonna get exposed for this? I digress. I don't see how you don't know that. However, with that being said, what are your thoughts? Because I'm not sure if a lot of y'all even been, a lot of my viewers been watching the Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because I know that, I know Josiah watch it. I know Bundy watches it. I know Terrence watches it. I know everybody else on my panel watches it. I know I don't watch it anymore. But what do you guys have to say about that? Do y'all think that she's going to walk away from this? Because she did plead not guilty. She did do that. So let's see. She must be very, very confident that she'll get off. She probably really didn't do anything. But do you think she did anything? Let's talk about it below. With that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. If you want to follow me on all social media, my Instagram and my Twitter is at the bottom of the video. And also, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Do whatever you see fit. Up until my next video, I will holler at y'all later. Peace and blessings.